All right, everyone, welcome back. We're going to see what wants to come through for us right now. So please take what resonates and leave what does not. This is the general message. This is just for whoever. So it may resonate for you, it may not resonate for you. That is for you and your intuition to determine. I am just the messenger. I am just the messenger. So if the title called you here, then there may be something here for you, maybe a phrase, or maybe just, small little tidbits. Very rarely does the entire thing resonate for people, but I have had it happen. So let's see where we're going. Nose itches. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through for this for whoever. It is getting ready to storm. It's hot here. It's hot, and the wind is hot, and it's miserable. It is absolutely miserable here today, and I think it's only like 85 degrees. With the heat index, it's like 90. It sucks. I'm not ready for the summer. But underneath, we've got regeneration. To be fair, that's Libra. We got Scorpio and Libra. By the book, that's Taurus. And the never-ending story. I feel as though that you are leveling up. We got blessed underneath. I feel as though you're leveling up with this regeneration here. This regeneration, to be fair, and by the book, I feel as though that you have tried to walk a very fine line with some of this energy. It shows up here in your past. I do feel as though you've tried to walk a line, tried to be fair with the situations and circumstances as it is. You've done things by the book. Dot the I's, cross the T's. You've done it as you should, but the problem is that's not working for you anymore. That's not working for you anymore. This traditional way of doing things is not working. That's why I feel as though this regeneration is here. This regeneration is to get you to regenerate. Makes me think of Doctor Who. Makes me think of Doctor Who. But it also... It's got that transformative energy to it. It's regenerating, and when you regenerate, you don't really have to lose all of you like Doctor Who does. I should make that clear. But I feel as though that you are leveling up, so to speak, with the regeneration. It's 46. 46, 4 plus 6 is 10. 10, it reverts back to 1. So I feel as though you have all the pieces here. You have all the pieces here to regenerate, to level up, so to speak. But I don't think you know quite yet what to do with these pieces. And in fact, Never-Ending Story here in the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, beautiful set, is 37. Well, 37, 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 goes back to 1. So... we're going to take a look and see where we're going with this. Hopefully the tarot will give me a little bit more specifics as to what we're dealing with here. But the main takeaway of this is what you are doing is not working. What you have been doing is not working. It's going to leave you stuck in this never-ending story. Feel as though, time isn't really dropping out of that hourglass. There's a heart in this hourglass here too. It looks like a pendulum. It looks like a pendulum, but it's actually a compass. And it's got yes, love, me, yes, and then it's got yes, no. So you may be sitting in some indecision as well. This energy may be leading you into some indecision because it's not working. So let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through. I'm giving these a good shuffle. I used them this morning for the morning message. If you did not see the morning message, it was about touchstones. We did this for Tuesday. If you're watching this at a later date and that energy still calls out to you, please watch it. All of my readings are timeless. All of them. There is really no... I wouldn't go back any farther than about 2 months. That's kind of where I'm like, oh, but anything 2 months ago from today, whenever you see this, I do recommend if something calls out to you, you go ahead and watch that. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what wants to come through with this energy. I'm going to give them one good shuffle here. All right. Let's see where we're going. Let's see what these beautiful cards have. Underneath, we've got the Eight of Wands. There's messages coming in. All right, Eight of Wands. Excuse me. Eight of Wands. Six of Wands, lots of Wands already. King of Swords, that's Aquarian energy. And we got the Four of Wands, lots of Wands. This Wands is about communication. It's about inspiration, passions. With this energy coming in, surrounded by the King of Swords, the Eight of Wands is that message is coming in. The Six of Wands is that victory. It's kind of going to battle. It's kind of going to battle and then succeeding, coming back. You won the victory. And then we've got the King of Swords here that falls right behind or right before the Four of Wands. So you went to war. You're going to war. You're doing the battle. I feel like the messages that are coming in are the messages that you need the clarity for. I feel like the clarity is trying to come in for you to make you succeed, this Four of Wands. But I feel as though that, again, you're trying to do things by the book. You may be doing things the traditional way, and that's not working out. It's not working out in your favor. What do we have? Yeah, thank you. Four of Pentacles. It's not working. It's not working. We also have the Ace of Pentacles underneath, which is the brand new beginnings of abundance. We've got the Ace of Cups here. And then we also have the Seven of Swords and the Lover's energy. So there is a pinnacle of this energy coming to a point. Things are starting to, I feel as though, boil over, so to speak. You may be getting frustrated. With the Four and the Ace of Pentacles, you know me, I love to add things together, especially if they're in the same suit. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is coming in from the cold. I feel as though you definitely need to be bringing love into the situation. You need to be being gentle with yourself, especially during this time. I know that with it being stuck energy, you may be getting frustrated, like I said, and that frustration is only going to make you more frustrated, especially if you don't move. You know how your frustration adds on top of your frustration? You have those days where you're frustrated and then you get more frustrated because you're frustrated. It's like that. It's got that energy going to it. But I do see the Seven of Swords and the Lover's energy here. That's Gemini. So right off the jump, we've got Aquarius, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus. Those are what I see just off the jump here. But with this Lover's energy here, the Lovers, yes, it does represent two people coming together. It is the Lover's energy. It is Gemini. But it's also about union. And union in the tarot energy, in the tarot biz, what that energy is that's a balancing of the divine masculine and divine feminine energy. What I mean by that is that emotional side of this is what I feel, and then doing the work and doing that in, I almost said concession, doing that side by side with the feeling. So it's doing the work, but also feeling what you're feeling the emotions, and allowing that to be somewhat of a compass for you. And that may be why your compass is out of whack, is because there's not that balance there for you. So let's see where we're going. Let's see what we've got. We got the Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands, with the Five of Swords. That's contradictory, or at least from my opinion. I'll talk you through this. We got the Gemini energy, more Gemini with the Hanged Man. Guiding you is the Capricorn energy, more contradicting energy. Okay, Page of Swords. Where you're going is the Strength card. That's Leo. King of Cups, Ten of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the outcome is the Chariot. All right, good news. Spoilers. You do figure this out. And I feel as though you have a little help. Hi. It's nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Wonderful that you're back. But I'm here to tell you that there is a lot of conflicting energies, especially with how you show up and then what's grounding and guiding you, okay? So first where you were was this Page of Swords. You're like, I got somewhat of the clarity, but it's not like this King of Swords. It's not like the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very, this is the way it is. This is the way it's going to be. It's Aquarian energy. I'm not really like that. But there are times where if I get angry or get upset, then yes, my vibration does turn me into the King of Swords. The Page of Swords is kind of an understanding, kind of an inkling, but there's still some hesitation. So you may have things come in, and I'll take a look at this Page of Swords, but you may have these messages starting to come in that make you kind of nervous. You're like, well, I've been doing things for so long. Maybe you don't want to stop doing what you're doing. Maybe you've spent so much time on something. But essentially, these messages are coming in and they're making you pause because you're like, that might work, but I'm afraid. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Maybe you can't see. Like I said, we'll take a look at that Page of Swords. So you are showing up right here, right now, as the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and then we've got the Five of Swords here. So you've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. And what that tells me, as your lovely little tarot reader here, is that you feel good about things and you're waiting for things to come in. Like, it's like you're waiting for something, and then you're like, do I stay? Do I go? I mean, I've already, okay, there you go. It's like you're waiting for something to be released, whether it be a movie. I've stood in line plenty of times to see movies being released at midnight. But it's like you're waiting, and nothing happens. The line doesn't move, things don't move forward, and so you debate getting out of line. Well, if you get out of line, you lose your spot. And so you're like, well, I mean, I've kind of waited this long, I really don't want to move out of my spot. But again, there's that thought telling you, hey, this hasn't moved in quite a while. Maybe it's time for you to get out of line. So it's grounding you, and what's guiding you is this Capricorn energy and this Gemini energy. Guiding you is that fear, Page of Swords. It's guiding you. It's like, no, I really don't want to get out of line. But what's grounding you, don't do it, I saw that. But what's grounding you is this Hanged Man. And this Hanged Man energy is seeing things from a different perspective. So again, this clarity is coming in, and it's causing quite a few shifts up here in your head. And you're like, yes, no, yes, no. I'm here to tell you it's going to take some courage on your part. This is Leo energy. It's going to take some courage on your part to do the scary things. And I know it's easier said than done. I know it's easier said than done. But if the universe is sending in these messages here trying to be like, hey, step out of line. And you're like, no. I mean, if you step out of line, a line that's not moving, I mean, at least your emotion. At least your emotion. Because when you step out of line, you're free to move. But in this line, this lovely little straight line, no, you can't move. You have to wait your turn. You have to wait in line. It makes me think of, oh God, those old college videos where they used to tell you that you can chart your own path and you can take your degrees on whenever you feel the need. And so it's got these bunch of people moving forward, but you got the 5, 6, the 7 people that are moving against the crowd. They're going against the grain, right? So it's kind of got that energy to it. It's almost as though moving away from the line, it's like you're following kind of like the collective, a collective that's leading you towards something that you don't really want. And so when you start to kind of second guess yourself, to kind of turn around, people start to give you funny looks. They're like, what are you doing? Like, you don't have a choice in this. You do have a choice. Don't ever forget that. But it's almost like the social expectation of others is causing you to pause. So I do want to take a look at this Page of Swords before we move forward here. What is this Page of Swords? Hierophant, traditions, the way we do things. Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, absolutely, Empress. Yeah. With the Tower underneath. With the Tower, what we got here? Tower, 3 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and then we've got the Ace of Wands. All right, so now we've got aces popping up here. The only ace that's missing right now is the Ace of Swords. You've got all of the other aces here, but clarified by this Page of Swords, like I said, is that Hierophant. And what I feel as though this Hierophant is, and I love the fact that this Page of Cups follows behind it, is because again, I talked about balancing that emotional side of doing the work, the emotional side of the divine feminine with the masculine side of doing the work. And that's what I feel like this is. The Page of Cups is coming in to remind you and show you that your emotions, your intuition, your emotions are a compass of your intuition. It is a compass, but they're here to remind you that you don't always have to do what everybody else is doing. Things don't always have to look the traditional way. And so that's why this Queen of Cups, Seven of Swords, and the Empress shows up. The Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth, she knows her value, she's holding that pentacle and she's like, I know what I can do with this. But here you are, looking at this like, it'll be what it is. It is what it is. And then we've got the Empress here. And the Empress is that divine feminine. So, I feel as though that when you start to connect with your divine feminine, you know, things do start to get a little rocky. Not Rocky the show. But things do start to get a little rocky. And I feel as though that's the point. The point is to bring in that emotional satisfaction for you. And then we got the Three of Cups, the Queen of Cups. Well, that's Four of Cups. Those are those divine messages coming in that you may or may not be hearing. But what they're designed to do is inspire you. They're trying to inspire you to get you to move beyond this never-ending story. So your emotion cards here, now we've got the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. So I feel as though, and here's divine masculine energy with divine feminine. I could be talking to either or. We don't judge on this channel. But I feel as though that once you start to bring that energy in, things start to flow. Ten of Cups. We have another 10. And so you've got endings and new beginnings happening here, but it's in love. And I feel like it's love for oneself, and it's love for the others around you and the situations. I mean, there's more than one people here, and it's a happy family. But you have to get that clarity first. You have to get that clarity first. And then the outcome here is the Chariot. There's that motion. There is that motion. So, I'm not saying that what you're feeling is wrong. Don't think that. Because I know some social expectations are harder to navigate than others, especially when our own emotions are involved. But at the end of the day, there's another day dawning. What is that from? Les Mis. At the end of the day, you're another day older. Oh my God, I haven't heard that song in forever. But at the end of the day, yes, you have a period of night and then a new day begins. And so I feel as though that you're moving towards the end of this day, moving into the night, moving into that shadow period, and then another day begins. So I feel as though that this shadow period, this nighttime energy that you're moving into is designed to be here for a reason. It's here for a reason. It's here to reflect back to you. It makes me think of the moon card, Pisces. Pisces, yes. It makes me think of the moon card and how it makes me think of the intuition and your emotions and how those are supposed to play a role within your life. Again, I know it's easier said than done. But you have to take in some balance of that emotional side, otherwise you won't move. Knight of Swords for me, please. Another 10. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, Page of Wands. There's that 5 of Pentacles that we talked about earlier, Page of Pentacles. So when that clarity starts to come in, I feel as though you do end up going through a change. Absolutely. You do end up going through a change that's kind of non-negotiable here with this reading. But again, it's there to inspire you. It's not there to frighten you. It's not there to frighten you. You were just frightened. You are just frightened. I'm going to say that again. This energy here is not frightening. You are just frightened. It's kind of like, it's got the energy of, I'm not intimidating, you are intimidated. You're intimidated because of how open and it's just got that overflowing energy. I intimidate some people. I am 5'7". Am I really that intimidating? No. But people are intimidated by my presence. You are afraid. Not because this energy is frightening, but because you're just afraid. And that's okay. It's okay to be afraid. But when you start to come in from the cold, when you start to come in from being left out in the cold by your own accord, you start to value that pentacle. You start to value the worth. And I feel like it's valuing a worth of oneself. Valuing the worth of you. And then again, you move forward. So where are we going beyond all of this? What is on the other side of this? The chariot here. Where are we going? I will take you. Star card. Wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment. It makes me think of Wish. I watched Wish last night. But it's wish fulfillment. That's a wonderful example. That's a wonderful example. For those of you who have not seen the movie Wish, spoilers. So tune out now if you don't want to hear that. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Four of Cups. Absolutely. So, in the movie Wish, you got a king. His name is Magnifico. Okay, he built this palace, this kingdom, with him and his wife. Okay. And he has these magic powers to be able to grant people's deepest wishes, okay? Well, the main character, Anya? Anyway, the main character, I've only seen it a handful of times, so it's not quite ingrained in my brain. But the main character comes to find out that he picks and chooses what wishes he grants. And so she's like, well, why don't you just give them back so people can pursue them? And that's, of course, what causes the rest of the movie to happen. Come to find out he tampers with darker magic than what he should. And so she makes a wish on a star. Well, that star falls out of the sky and encourages her to set the other wishes free. Okay? And throughout the time that the star falls to her trying to set the wishes free, bad things happen. And yes, she is afraid. But then there's something about that star, something about that hope energy that brings about, she's like, I can't leave things the way that they are. I cannot leave things the way that they are, no matter how much I'm afraid. I have to try. Because if I don't try, I know for a fact things won't get better. And so she tries. And she succeeds. She succeeds. But she has to work through that fear first. And that's what I feel as though this is telling you to do. Is to make a wish. Make a wish. And let that hope guide you. Okay? Okay. Zodiac signs that I see, we do have air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Do we have the King of Cups? We do have the King of Cups. So we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We've got Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, more Taurus, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. That's more Aquarius. But that is what I see. This is what I have for you. I know it's scary, but again, you are scared. The energy itself is not scary. You just can't see the other side of this because, again, the Ace of Swords is not here. I mean, it is. But it's on the other side of this. So, this is what I have for you guys. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. And I will see you all again later. Bye, guys.